Hey there, Chris from the Old Man Cycling Show, starting this video a little bit different this time. Not going to really have an intro with me on film, just thought I'd start this out. This is another video from the recent trip to Key West fishing. You can see that's Captain Bryce up on the bow. I thought this was cool. I've been on a lot of boats where we threw a cast net for bait, but never one where we got bait successfully like you do here. So what Bryce is doing, we're just between some hotels right along the Gulf side of Key West. You can see, we're right in the little areas. And Bryce is looking for little fish called pilchards. They are fabulous little bait fish when you're in Key West. So you're going to see Bryce is looking for him. He didn't see any. Now I happen to be looking over to the side at the same time as Bryce is doing this. He's moving the boat. He's backing up a little bit. You can see the wake from the engine there. He's backing the boat up a little bit, and he's looking in the water. You see these things just under the surface, and they're literally in huge balls of bait fish. So Bryce is looking off the bow. He doesn't see any, and you'll see in a second he's going to come back towards me because I'm looking over the right side of the boat, and I happen to see him below the surface. So in a second here, Bryce is like, up, I don't see him, and then I'm like, well, hold on a second, Bryce. Here they are, right here.
There you are, Bryce.
And, now,
right here.
I don't think you'll see them in the water. They're down a little bit. If you see like a little silver splash, like see that Bryce is saying, get out of the way. He throws his net. The net goes down and lets it sink a little bit to get the fish in it. And he'll pull this up. You're going to see he has a pretty substantial amount of fish. And I thought this was really cool. Like I said, I've been on boats before where we threw the cast net. Bryce is really good at it. Bryce is what they call a backcountry guide down here in Key West. He happens to be taking us out for yellowtail again and some other fish. But backcountry, that's all they do. Is use live bait. So Bryce is really good with the cast net. You can see he's telling me there. I'm going to overdo his audio because it's so windy out. You can't really tell it's windy, but it's pretty windy out. So you can see all the fish. Those are pilchards again. They're little bait fish about 2 to 3 inches long. They are some of the best live bait down there. There's all sorts of different bait fish people use. Another one that's real popular is something called a kingfish. It's a little bit different shape than a pilchard. It has more meat to it. My dad's trying to record, but Bryce got a pretty full net. Like you're going to see, we've got quite the live well filled with pilchards at this point, which is really good. So now we'll go out and do some fishing. So I'm going to add some more clips in here. Again, this is just another fishing trip. I had some photos too. My daughter Sam caught a beautiful barracuda, but I didn't film any of it, but I have some pictures of it because I was busy helping her, coaching her on how to reel it in. It was the biggest fish she's ever caught by far. It's probably about 30 pounds. But anyway, just wanted to do some voiceover here. You can see, those are the pilchards going into a live well. We've got a well full on just one cast of net. Bryce was really happy with that, so we had plenty of bait for the day. And now we're going to go fishing. So this video actually covers 2 days of fishing. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but again, we did some yellowtailing, but we were using the pilchards specifically to catch what they call kingfish. It's part of the mackerel family. It's like it's like a king mackerel. They're very fast fish. They're good fighters. Tend to be a bit oily. So as luck would have it, so we were out fishing at this point. Bryce took a pilchard. We had seen a couple fish splash in the background, so by this point we had already been fishing for yellowtail, which you saw some the other day. But we saw some fish. So when you fish, you put a chum bag out and it creates a chum slick, so it's like a little oily sheen in the water. And we saw some bigger fish splash in the back of the chum slick. So Bryce took a pilchard, hooked it up onto a little wire leader, threw it back out there, and I'm telling you that pilchard wasn't in the water for 4 seconds before this fish that my dad's fighting right here. Not to give anything away, but I told you we were fishing for kingfish. Before this kingfish right here decided to eat it, and the fight was on. So again, it's a little bit breezy out today. It's not a horrible day. My daughter Sam was a trooper. No issues with any type of motion thing or anything, but I was actually impressed with my dad. He's he's getting a little older, but he still puts the fight and the hurting on the fish. You know, I'm gonna switch over in a second up here. You're gonna, when the fish gets closer to the boat, I stuck the GoPro in the water, and you'll only see it for a little bit, but it's pretty cool. You can see the kingfish swimming by before Bryce gasps it and brings it in the boat. But yeah, it was a lot of fun watching Dad catch this fish. This was probably the biggest fish he's caught in a couple years too. You know, past couple years we've primarily been catching what I'll say yellowtail snapper, every once in a while some mutton snapper, you know, a couple grouper, but we can't keep grouper when we're down there this season we go. The grouper season's closed from January 1st till May 1st. That's their spawning season. You know, the grouper, especially in the Florida area, have been really fished out, so they try to protect them by letting them spawn during that season. But anyway, you know, just having a fun time. You can see I'm extending the GoPro pole. This looks like an aerial shot, but it's really because the GoPro pole I have, it's got to be at least 10 feet long, so it's pretty cool. So you know, I'm going to move around a little bit and try to get in the water and get a shot of the so I'm not the best underwater photographer, but you'll see right here, you'll see the kingfish flash by real quick in the water. Pretty cool. It's hard to see where the GoPro's pointed when you're underwater, but yeah, it worked out all right. You know, it's coming up here. I go back into the water right now, and you'll see it flash by. Then you'll see Bryce gap the fish, bring it in. Here it comes. You'll see it flash by right here. Let's see. There it is there. Really cool looking in the water. Now I should have turned the camera there, but now Bryce will get the fish, bring it in, and then we'll see the fish here. You know, like I said, this was a good fish for my dad to catch. He did a great job on it. You know, it was a good fighter. So we brought it home. We did eat some. It's a little oily. I brought a piece home here. I'm going to smoke it and make some fish dip with it. But yeah, it was fun watching Dad catch this one. You'll see it. You'll see a picture of it in a second here. There it is, flapping on the deck. Bryce will hold it up with my dad, so you can see a better picture of it. And all in all, yep, there it is. That's a beautiful fish. And Dad will get his face in there, and that was fun. That was a nice fish. Good job, Dad. Okay, so now this is I was really happy. Like I said, Sam hasn't fished. I think she went fishing with me once before. This is her second day of fishing, and she's actually hooked on to which you'll see in a minute, you know, a smaller grouper. But grouper fight a lot different than yellowtail snapper. Yellowtail snapper, you know, they're quick, but you know, you can pretty much turn them around and bring them back in. So it's really cool. Sam caught a grouper here. It definitely fights harder because the first thing you do when you hook a grouper, they dive for the bottom and try to get in the rocks to break you off. So really proud of Sam. She did a great job fighting the fish, kept her composure. Just another different species. Bryce is sort of giving her instruction, you know, use the rod, let the rod tip sort of bring the fish back up. And you're going to see in a second here that you know, Bryce will grab the fish, you know, sort of let it get re-aerated by the side of the boat and revive it. There it is. That's that beautiful fish. They are so pretty. Really nice. And Bryce will go over the side here, make sure the fish swims away healthily, and you know, let it fight another day. So great job, Sam. Proud of you for catching that one. You're really turning into a pro, and I think now we'll show some pictures of the big barracuda Sam caught. So again, these are pictures of the barracuda Sam caught. It was about 30 pounds. Again, biggest fish she's caught, and she had a blast fighting it. She did a great job. You can see it's nice and bloody. You can't really eat barracudas, but definitely make great bait for sharks and other things. But Sam really battled this one. It was a good fish. Did an awesome job, Sam. That's a great picture. Love seeing you out there. Awesome. So I'm not going to tell you where we are, but this is after a wonderful day of fishing. We caught how many yellowtails? 21?
22 or 23.
22 or 23 yellowtails, according to Pop. We caught one beautiful kingfish that was how many pounds?
The kingfish was 29.
which you've seen in the video already, and hopefully you saw the underwater shots. We caught one barracuda that was
26.
Haven't caught.
All right, Chris, you're live.
I'll tell you, this is probably one of the nicest fighting belts I've ever used.
Now we figured out he's hooked. Yeah. I think it's gonna, I don't know, it's kind of acting like a hammer. It is up on the top. You know?
Bryce, where's the best place to put this? Thank you.
Wow.
Hi, how are you? I'm catching a fish right now. I don't know what everybody else is doing. I think they're all just sort of playing with fishing rods and stuff. I think Sam's sunning up front.
Ready to come help you?
Whenever you're ready, Dad, you take over.
Have you ever looked up ham in a dictionary and seen a picture, Chris?
100%.
Oh, come on now. All right, so Jason, you ever watch
We're
YouTube?
going around here, do-si-do, huh?
You ever watch YouTube? When you go on YouTube, look up the Old Man Cycling Show.
Yeah?
Yes, sir. There's a video that was put up the other day that has Bryce in it.
Oh boy. Nah, I gotta go start walking to the front.
Come your way, Sam.
Better go.
Thank you.
Got one job.
That's your sole purpose of being here. And Sam, the best part of this is when you get to tell Papa he has to get out of the chair. He like gets all upset. What? I gotta move. Sam, your next technique.
Is that your boat?
Okay?
Is that your boat?
This is my new belt that came out of Jason's boat last year, so he thinks, but it didn't really.
Not yet.
Jason! Yeah, flyers, please.
Oh. Oh.
Lemon shark.
Whoa. It's huge. Holy crap.
Nice
Wow.
lemon.
Wow.
Couple hundred. That's a good shot.
Yeah. Wow.
So we're walking back to the boat. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. A lot of fishing action, different than our normal cycling videos. I love coming down here to fish and to ride, but primarily to fish because I don't get to do this kind of fishing at home. But I love snapper fishing. I had a great time fighting the shark. See, it took me quite a while to bring it in. It was a nice size. I would say it was about maybe 3 1/4. That's 300 to 325 pounds. And if you're ever in the Key West area and want to fish with someone who knows what they're doing. I can personally attest to Captain Jason, who's right there, as being someone that, how long have we fished, Jason? At least 20, 25 years.
30, I think. 30 with us.
Might be 30 years. I mean, we've known Jason for a long time. Always enjoy fishing with him. Seaborn Charters, and you can find a link to Seaborn Charters in the description of the video. But you can't go wrong with Jason and Seaborn.